This is my story of finding love. This is not me finding love in somebody else. This is me finding love within myself. Let's go back in time to when I was a kid. I was neglected as a child because both of my parents were working at the time, and I do not blame anybody. As a child, we really need the love, the care, affection, affirmations, and appreciation in life. Children need that. Because I was all on my own, there was a void in me that created this sense of wanting love but not getting it. That created such a deep void in me, my brain, that I could not figure out what was wrong, but something was definitely wrong, and I constantly felt empty. So I turned towards my friendships in my younger days, and I put so much of myself in my friendships. While I depended on my friends to fulfill this void that was in me, it is such a huge burden to put on somebody for them to be the center of my happiness. Obviously, they were not able to give me the satisfaction and the happiness that I needed from them. And most of my friendships did not work out because I was not in the right state of mind and emotion. I found myself giving more than I could, and that void was getting deeper and deeper, and it was no matter how much I tried, it was never enough. I was not content. I just felt like I needed to do more for somebody to love me, and the discomfort, the tiredness that happens after giving your 100% and not feeling enough, not feeling loved, not feeling the appreciation for whatever you have done is just too great. After my relationships, my friendships, and everything failed, I was just left alone with this void. And that is when the whole process of understanding why is this happening to me, I started to understand why my friendships, my relationships, or anything was not working for me. And it came deep, deep down within me. It took me most of my life till now to realize that this is not your fault, that you are not able to keep friendships, you are not able to find relationships fulfilling, but it is something deep rooted inside you that is stopping you from feeling things. You do feel, and you feel a little too much, want too much, and that creates this self of not being fulfilled. After everything was failing and I felt like nothing is working for me, nor my friendships, nor relationships, or nothing at all, I decided that I needed to stop. I needed to take a set back. I needed to sit back and see what was happening, because it cannot be that every single person in my life is the one that is doing wrong. I felt that I was being wronged by all of the people in my life. I was surrounded by just people that don't care for me enough and don't do things for me as much as I do for them or feel for them. That led me to actually diving deep inside me to uncover this void that I had in me, that resulted in just loneliness, outright loneliness, and that is bad. This video is your answer to finding love. This video is your answer to actually feeling fulfilled. And this is how I did it, so I know this is tried and tested. This video is a 5 set of episodes. It is a 5 episode series where I'm going to talk about the ways that I made myself feel loved, cared for, appreciated, and the void that I had, that I was talking about earlier, tried to fill it, and I feel like I'm completely filled right now. I feel fulfilled, I feel happy, and I don't, most importantly, I am not dependent on anybody else in my life for any sort of appreciation or love. I think I have that stability right now, And I think this is the best time to share with you guys how I did it. So let's begin. We are going to talk about 5 ways of how people show love to each other, right? There are five universal languages of love: spending quality time, act of service, words of affirmation, physical touch, receiving gifts or giving gifts. These are the 5 ways most people show love. I require all 5 of these, but you might feel like one or two may work for you. But it could be that you feel that all 5 of these things are also your love languages. So we are a team right now. Let's dive into the first one, which is quality time. So you are spending quality time with yourself, right? You will have to look at how many times have you just been with yourself. You are sitting without your phone or any distractions, no songs running in the background, no podcasts, nothing at all, and you are sitting with yourself, looking inwards, trying to understand what is happening, your emotions, your thoughts, and all of those things. So, when was the last time that happened to you? How often do you sit and just think? How often do you sit with yourself? Right now, this spending quality time with yourself is something that I learned helped me actually find out that I had this void. It led me into understanding that okay, this is where the missing piece is. Maybe you can also figure out that this is the thing that is missing, and you can find it out with sitting with yourself. Some of the things that I did while trying to figure out the void and to understanding why things were not working according to, even after giving so much, I was just left with nothing. This helped me. Spending time with yourself gives you a deep understanding of who you are. You understand yourself better. Tell me, if you don't understand yourself, how can you expect anybody else to understand you? This is such an outlandish thought, you know. When you start to understand yourself, you start to actually understand what you like, what you do not like, your boundaries, and all the things in between. That helps you become a whole different person. Think about it. If you don't know what you love, what you hate, what you do not like, what pleases you, how can you expect somebody else to magically know it all and give it to you? That is how people work right now. That is how I used to work. And that is so wrong. It is so problematic in so many ways for the person that is in front of you trying to figure you out, and so wrong for yourself because you are constantly trying to get something out of a situation or a person, but there is obviously no end to it. There are few things that really helped me understand what was going on inside me, and I hope these are the things that help you as well. Here are few things that really helped me. You need to try this. The very first is go on solo dates. It might sound very cheesy, but this is something that helped me realize what all I liked, what I did not like, the things that bored me to death, some things that I really, really love. This is where I actually found the love for fantasy books. I used to read for a very long time. I used to read, but I diverged into self-help, and then it just died down. The love for reading, it just went cold, and I could not understand why until I picked up another book, and it was not in the same genre as self-help. It was a fantasy, and I binged that series. I binged and I surprised myself with the amount of time I was willing to spend in reading a day. That forced me to go find a secluded place where I can focus and read, and hence I went on solo dates. I just went to this cafe that I really wanted to go. I ordered some coffee, I sat there, I read, and I loved it. I felt so full. I felt the happiness and I felt the joy radiating from myself. I feel like I've never felt this kind of way ever. when I was sitting in that cafe. And it actually, you will feel the change once you actually start doing these things. Go on a solo date, take yourself out, sit in a cafe, order a coffee or whatever you wanna do, order, eat, sit with a book probably if you want to do that. Go and just watch people exist. Try and think about all the things you like, try and think about all the things you do not like, and just watch people. The other thing that I highly recommend is being present. Most of my day there is always something or the other going in the background. There's always a song, a podcast running, there's always something happening. And for the past 2-3 years I've started to reduce this and actually be with myself and understand how anything, a situation, experience, or a person makes me feel. Be there, understand what is happening, be present, live the life that you have been given, live the present. Most of the time we just scroll on our phones, we are listening to a music, we're not there. And you have to be there to understand where, what do you want. You have to be there with you. If you are not there with you, how can you expect anybody else to be there with you? Be there with you, live with yourself, exist with yourself. I also booked some days where I had nothing planned. So I have usually routines where I wake up, I work, and then the evening routine, morning routine that I do. But I also have some days in my week where I have nothing planned. I don't have anything to do, no plans, no a pressure. Just sit with myself, be in the moment, and see where life takes me. See whatever I'm feeling at the moment. If I feel like I want to go somewhere, I'll do that. If I just want to exist, I'll do that. Sit with myself, think about the things that are bothering me, think about the things that are not bothering, probably is making me happy. Do whatever I wish at that particular time or the day, the chunk of day. It taught me to listen to myself. It will teach you to be there for yourself again, to be with yourself and see what is working, what is not working, and then having no pressure in being somewhere or being with anybody or understanding or listening or anything like that. No pressure, just chilling. Spontaneous picnic dates with myself. I take myself on picnic dates where there's this place near my house where I go and sit on a rock, take my favorite snacks with me to drink something, and just lay there, sit and watch the sunset. It gives me a profound sense of peace and tranquility that I thought I could. It just is not possible for me to have in my day-to-day routine. That also led me to, whenever I'm going for a walk, I started doing this color walking. So whenever I'm outside, I'll decide one color and I'll go and look for that particular color in my route. Whenever, so it's similar to red car theory, where if you think about seeing red cars, you'll only see red cars out. All of a sudden you'll find yourself seeing red cars everywhere. So this is the same thing, and you go out, walk in the nature or wherever you want to go, and just pinpoint one color, one particular color that you'll be looking out for. And whenever you see that color, mark it in your head, and that creates this sort of a very interesting and fun thing to do when you are walking without your phone or your music. One more thing I started to do recently was to wake up and watch sunrise. This is something that has helped me set my day for the rest of the day, and I feel super calm, energized, and at peace while watching the sunrise. It's really beautiful. I highly recommend doing that. You can also try and go for a walk and find this new route to your wherever, a park or your near your vicinity. Just try and go for a walk and explore a new route, see where it leads you, and it's fun to do. So you can do that also. These are the things that help you spend time with yourself, be with yourself, not always on phone, not always listening to something or doing something, not not running away from yourself. With that, the more time I spent with myself, I realized that I actually like myself. I actually like the person I am. I started to realize that the love for books and fantasy books, especially love that I embraced just recently, I realized that okay, I really like this and it gives me joy. Spending time with yourself gives you this profound knowledge about your own self. It is a process of falling in love with your own self, trying to know yourself and understand yourself better. And doing these things, you'll be surprised how many things you'll uncover about yourself in this whole process. With this, I think this segment or this episode comes to an end. The next episode is going to be about the second universal love language, which is acts of service. You just don't have to spend time with yourself, you also need to show that you care. In the next video, we are going to talk about how you show yourself that you care for yourself and all the things that you can do to make yourself feel cared for. So I'll see you in the next one.